I was sitting on the couch, the hum of the city outside barely reaching our apartment, when my phone buzzed. I picked it up, expecting the usual mundane work notifications, but instead, it was her, my wife. Don't be jealous. It's just a few drinks with my colleague. I stared at the message, my thumb hovering over the screen. I felt nothing at first. No heat of anger, no immediate panic. Just a strange, cold quiet. I typed back, okay? Not a single exclamation mark, not a question, just a neutral acknowledgement. And then I put the phone down. I didn't react because I wanted to watch, to see how far this would go without my interference. The night stretched ahead, deceptively quiet. I kept myself busy, sorting the mail, running through the motions of a life I was now observing from the outside. But my mind wasn't calm. Every small detail I'd never noticed before now screamed for attention. The subtle way her perfume lingered, the tiny smudge of lipstick on her glass, the nervous flicker in her eyes when she kissed me goodbye. By the second text, I couldn't ignore the unease anymore. Sorry, stuck in traffic. Won't be long. But something in the rhythm of her typing felt different, unnatural, rehearsed. My stomach twisted. Was I imagining it? Was I being paranoid? I scolded myself, trying to push the thoughts away, convincing myself that I trusted her. But the seed of doubt was planted, and doubt doesn't die quietly. Hours passed. Calls went unanswered. When I finally dialed, she picked up with a voice lighter than usual, almost too cheerful. Hey, sorry, work just ran late. I'll be home soon. There was a pause, then she added, don't worry about it. It was a reassurance. It was a warning. I didn't follow her. I didn't call her colleagues. I just waited, letting the silence stretch, letting the anxiety gnaw at me in private. And then the first crack appeared. A notification on her phone, left carelessly on the kitchen counter. A new message from someone named Matt. She thought she'd closed the screen, but she hadn't. The message was brief, innocuous if you didn't know what it meant. Can't wait to see you tonight. That little bar was perfect. My hand shook. I felt the cold rush of betrayal, the dizzying mix of anger and heartbreak, an almost guilty thrill of having proof. I paced the apartment, my mind racing through years of shared moments. Was it all a lie? That laugh in the morning? That hand I held in bed while we watched late-night reruns? Every memory suddenly felt fragile, a story I could no longer trust. By the time she returned, the apartment smelled faintly of her perfume, and something else, something alien. She stepped in, smiled nervously, and I saw it. The way she avoided my eyes, the tiny tremor in her voice. Hey, you're home early. I didn't respond. I just held up her phone, opened to the messages, and waited. The words didn't need to be spoken. The guilt already weighed on her like gravity. She sighed, her shoulders slumping. I didn't mean for it to happen. It was just stupid, a mistake. Her eyes pleaded, but the betrayal had already settled in the room, thick and suffocating. I felt my love for her clash violently with my self-respect. I wanted to scream, to beg, to forgive, but every instinct in me knew that trust, once shattered, couldn't simply be glued back together. I finally said quietly, I stayed calm and watched. I needed to see it for myself. The words hung between us like smoke. There were no dramatic outbursts, no doors slammed, just a quiet, painful unraveling of what we once were. She tried to explain, to justify, but I could no longer hear her. My mind was already leaving, carrying the fragments of a life that could no longer exist in the same room as her lies. That night, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I packed a bag. I left her a note on the counter. I loved you. I trusted you. That's enough for me to walk away with my dignity intact. As I closed the door behind me, the echo lingered, not of betrayal, not of anger, but of quiet strength. I had lost a wife, but I had reclaimed myself. And in that quiet reclaiming, I felt a strange, bitter sort of peace.